All right, and welcome to a double commentary on Mars Matrix. I am Chinopolis, and with me here today is Germinator. What's up, Jerm?
How's it going?
Yes, we both recently, I guess it's probably been, 2-3 weeks now? Actually, let's go back a little bit further than that. Probably a couple months ago.
Okay.
You know what? Let's go back even further than that. Let's see. What I like to do is I like to play through the chronology of different games companies, and I started playing through Takumi. I played through, Kyoku Tiger 2, and the 3 Gigawing games. And I usually play through in chronological order, but this time I decided to just play the Gigawing games and save Mars Matrix for last, because this is like a legendary game. Legendary difficulty, and interesting mechanics, high scoring, all that kind of stuff, but hardly anybody plays it or really even talks about the game, which I find to be kind of unusual for how popular it is. I guess it's not super.
Well, wait. So for each of the Gigawings, the arcade version of each of them, were they all arcade games?
Yes.
Or did you do like any Dreamcast release or anything like that?
They were all arcade games. Dreamcast doesn't emulate really well for me. I mean, it's solid for some things, but for shmups, I find that it doesn't. It's usually missing all slowdown, which is not always a big deal, but it can be annoying. And I just don't have great input delay whenever I emulate Dreamcast. So I just, if possible, I play on MAME or whatever. And for Gigawing Generations, there's actually like a self-contained whatever hardware it's on that runs really, really well. So that one's.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that one's worth grabbing. You can find that on the old archive.
Because I think when I was first messing around... When I was first messing around with Mars Matrix, it was... I think I tried it on the Dreamcast, but the emulator I was using only had like 5 saves.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. I need a lot of save states for these games.
And that just like making it...
Yeah. No.
Especially once you start to like get into this one, because like each stage, I feel like you need at least 3. Realistically,
yeah, probably.
And then specifically, some parts need that extra breakdown.
Well, and another thing is on Dreamcast, the games feel kind of sludgy to me, and with the reflecto thingies in all these games, you need that as soon as possible. Like, it needs to be quick. And then, fast forward. I was playing through all the Takumi games, got to Mars Matrix, go to play it. It's fun. I'm enjoying it, but it's got issues on the original release, which we'll get into that a little bit later. But long story short, Trap 15 drops his patch. It is his improvement patch. Mars Matrix is a one-button shmup. You have one button that does your...
I think without that, we wouldn't... Oh, sorry. You cut out for a second, my bad.
No, yeah, there's a lot to unpack here with this game. For a one-button random game, there's a lot going on. So basically, there's some issues with the main port. First of all, the sound balance is awful, and this game has really great music. Trap's patch fixes that. Second of all, it's got a pretty hefty amount of input delay. I don't know I'm not a technical guy. I just know that it's got more than usual input delay for an arcade game, and it's kind of a little bit better on the Dreamcast version, and the Dreamcast version also does have the one button fix, which we'll get into, but I don't know, the Dreamcast version, I didn't like playing on it. I wanted the save states, so this patch exists. Thirdly, as I said before, it is a one button game. You tap the button, you get your rapid shot. You tap it slowly, and you get the stinger, the pierce shot, and then you hold it for the reflecto force. It's all well and good, but I don't mash. Now, you can set up, auto fire in MAME and easily get rapid, and then you can set a separate button for your reflecto force. The problem then becomes for the piercing shot, the stinger. You can set up like a 1/28 delay, like 1 on 28 off.
Yeah, 128 was the magic number.
Yeah, it's for most of the game. However, whenever slowdown kicks in, that then throws that off, and it no longer works. This became a major problem for me on the stage 5 boss, the train. At that point, I couldn't do the speed kills, and it was like not working, and it was just bumming me out. And I'm like, oh, I want to enjoy this game fully. Like, yeah, of course, that's how it was made, and that's how they designed it, whatever they designed it wrong. I don't care. It doesn't need to be like that. They obviously changed it in the Dreamcast version.
I messed.
So
yeah, true. I messed around. Initially, I had it set up on the Steam Deck, and I was just using like the arcade emulator. And this is before Deep Thaw came through and like dropped the magical package. I was playing it just on like on MAME on the Steam Deck, and I was just manually tapping, and like in a way I kind of see.
Yeah, it's kind of cool tapping that, but it's oh god, the game will be so much harder like that.
But once you taste how strong the proper like Stinger auto fire is, it would be impossible to go back. It really feels like it's how the game should be played.
Taste the forbidden fruit. But anyway, this patch actually came out like several months ago, and everybody's all excited. But the problem is that Trap is a very he's in the weeds. He actually, I think he works for EXO, so he's made all kinds of hacks. He knows what he's doing with these things, and he just dropped it out here. I dropped it out there without any real instructions on how to use this, and basically us plebs were unable to get it to work for the longest time, because from my understanding is that he made this patch for either a PCB or an encrypted ROM, which in order to patch an encrypted ROM, you have to I don't know, you can't just throw it in a patcher and it worked. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I don't understand, but basically the long story short is we had to get some people on the Discord. Deep Thaw, he ran this on his Mister with the patch, which auto-patched it while it was encrypted, and then he managed to have it write that version and save it, and then he had to modify it. Oh god, I don't even remember. This is all so above my pay grade. He basically had to modify it to where it would run on MAME, and then after that, he had to code a new version of MAME so that it would accept the extra buttons, because the game is only programmed to have one. So he had to change it to where MAME would allow it to have 3, and then he had to make one for each of the versions of the game. And oh my god, and then etiquette in there. He helped compile the different versions. So this was a week-long process of all of us trying to figure out exactly what we needed and how to get it to work. And finally we got it. And man, it was worth it though. It is, now that we have this, it is glorious.
This is like a gem. The fact that it's available, wink wink nudge nudge, in like a zippable or an unzippable file. It's unbelievable, because then it's just unzip and just run. And it's funny that it's a single standalone MAME executable, and you open it and the available games are just 3 versions of Matrix.
He did put in a commit or whatever, a merge, I don't know what you call it, and to get this into the full, the main branch of MAME. So hopefully once we figure out maybe a better way to just patch this so it's a little bit more widely available, not knowing the right person, this will be able to be played a lot easier. This game needs to be played like this to be fully enjoyed, I think. I mean, you go look on YouTube, there's a few replays out there, but there's one that's in the past 3 years. And then that's on Western YouTube. There's probably more on Nico Nico or whatever. There's no video index on the Shmups wiki. There's several ancient super plays, Koa's got one, and it's all stretched out. There's a few on replay burners. There's a couple cut up ones, but they're all just 10, 12 years old and horrible.
Yeah, I was gonna say the ones that we were using for practice that were broken down into 6 separate videos. That was too good.
Yeah, no, that's Koa. That's just SF Koa on the Discord.
Okay, that was Koa. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, he's doing. They're actually doing a Kumite right now as we're recording. That's funny.
Okay, that's the overlap. All right.
Yeah. No, he's still active. He's been playing Shmups forever. Him and Jamers both have been playing it. It's crazy. They've been playing this at such a high level for so many years. But anyway, long story short, got that going finally. I am good to go on Mars Matrix. And then what? Okay, so that's my part of this. This is my duty to play through these games. I play through them because that's what's on my list. That's what my list says to play. What brought you into this game? Because you have that past experience with the Stasis. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Or well, like what drew you to
that was
Mars
probably
Matrix?
I would say there's like 4 separate things. One, it was like I think my first recollection of Mars Matrix at all was in like a hardest Dreamcast shmups.
Oh yeah, video. The Shmup Junkie video, yeah.
And he was memeing about it. He was like, "Don't play Mars Matrix."
Well, you do know what he's referencing in that, don't you? Have you seen the classic video, the old Zozak?
Well, that's the same guy because it was a video from maybe 2007.
Yeah,
there was
the Dome Patch one.
He also did a video. It was the same guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
okay.
If you hadn't watched his stuff, you need to go through and just watch his videos. It's only like 15 or so of them, and they're only like a few minutes each. It's 100% worth it. Like, it's great. Now that you're deeper in the weeds, you'll get a lot of the in jokes he's making. It's awesome. But yeah, anyway, that's the classic.
That is
play Mars Matrix.
But that was like, yeah, it was the don't play Mars Matrix, and then it was I saw when I was, because I got really into Blue Revolver and specifically using Stasis, and so I would just like read all of like Dan Bo's like all of his like notes about it and everything like that. And when he was writing about his inspirations for Blue Revolver, he mentions Mars Matrix and Giga Wing, and he has a little excerpt where he's like, I wish I could say I like Mars Matrix more than Giga Wing because like overall I do, but there's no singular bomb button. And he's like, that was like the one thing that I had to have for Blue Revolver was I needed that bomb button because that's what was the deciding factor for him. His favorite Takumi shmups is that he prefers Giga Wing because there's a single lappable bomb button, and that's like so key. And then that's when he realized like the bomb needed to be a critical component of Blue Revolver was because of those two. So it's like the second part, like deep cut string that I really thought about it. And then the Trap Patch came out. I mean, I remember when people brought it up, and I was like, oh hey, Mars Matrix, that's the haha game. And then there kind of just started. I mean, like once you start playing it, there's like kind of the community, and then and so then that's when I was like playing it on MAME, and then I was like, oh, I want to try to apply the Trap Patch, and I tried to apply the Trap Patch, and it was fucking impossible.
And then, I spent way too much time trying on my own.
And it's funny because like in the zip that you get from his GitHub page, it has the air quotes tools to make it happen, and they don't.
Oh god,
and it was too good. And so, and then there was just kind of that week long, every time I would just like pop on Discord or something like that, and then people would be chatting about it, and it'd be like, oh, this and this and this happened, and then it was like, oh, you should just be able to run it from like command line or run it through a bin or whatever, and nothing was working for me. And then finally, I just like opened up Discord, and it was suddenly a single playable experience, and I played it for, I'm talking 20 seconds, and I was just like, oh, this is going.
Yeah.
Down for sure.
This game,
it was the fact that I could suddenly hear the music too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's just so good. Like, and yeah, once I hit, 'cause I like, and I can jump into this in a second, but like once I hit a reflect without the copious amounts of input lag that I was dealing with before, and I was able to like time the reflect to start charging. And I did kind of from like muscle memory from Stasis. The reflector of the and aimed where I wanted it to go, and it hit the thing that I wanted. It was just like so kinetic, and I was like, oh, this is happening. This is like this is gonna go down. And then I just stuck to it. Like it was doing it alongside.
Oh yeah, duo clears are fun.
You as well. Like I would check in. You'd be like, oh, here's a cool little like technique of it, and I was like, oh, okay, like it's fun to do it side by side. Yep. And so yeah, at that point it was just, and the game is so fun. It's so compelling to do something well in Mars Matrix that I was like, I have to. I just wanted to keep playing, and then it just happened, you know.
Yeah, I cleared it about a week before this recording, and I think you cleared it about. Was it 3 nights ago from here? Maybe 4. I can't remember. Basically, you didn't take quite a week
yes.
after I cleared it to clear it. It wasn't even. I think it may have been like 5 days. I know you were struggling that night before. You were in the doldrums.
Yeah. Well, it was because I had. And the same thing happened with Futari, where like I had such a good run really early on when I started playing Futari 1.5, and I was like, man, I'm gonna crush this game, and then it took me like another 2 weeks. And it's disheartening to have a really good run when you're just like, because you happen to be awake one day, then like you're not awake for 2 weeks.
I know all about that. I know all about it.
And so like it was one of those things where I hit a 2cc in the game like, I don't know, like a week and a half
You hit a 3cc like within the second day, I think,
ago, and I was like, oh, 2cc, and yeah, I used all those credits. It was like this is going down easy. I just gotta like clean up some mistakes, and like I think there's just it's such a dense game and such a moment to moment game that like you spend time improving like stage 4, stage 5, stage 6, and you lose everything you knew about stage 1 through 3. In an actual run. And then you take 2 deaths back in like literally as part of stage 2, and it just like puts your brain in the blender, and you're like,
oh yeah, no,
I slap the restart button, especially because there's the restart macro in the trap patch. You can hit ABC plus start, and it'll bring you back.
Yeah, that's funny.
I use that thing all the time.
I died in stage 2 more than like every other stage combined. It was actually absurd. Like even stage
4
1
was my antichrist.
I got past stage 4 pretty early on. Like it was, I was cognizant that it was a hard stage, so I put extra focus on it. So I got through that one. But no, the stupid little gray things towards the middle end of stage 1 that pop up, those point blanked me literally every single time I played the game. Like it was really frustrating. Because that's one thing about this game is there is no collision, but there's also no ceiling. So that's fun. That would just.
I lost you for a second. What?
I said that there is no collision in this game, but there is also no ceiling in this game. So that
there's some ceiling. It's
there?
The ceiling only like but it's not true ceiling. It delays the start of the shot.
Okay.
So if there is a limited amount of time, so like normally if you're X distance away and you're not in the ceiling range, it will shoot. But if you're inside that ceiling range, it'll just start time for the shot by like 60 frames or something like that.
Before we jump into the replay, one thing I did want to ask is how similar is the reflect in this to the Blue Revolver stasis thing?
So specifically double action in Blue Revolver, like single action, the original, the stasis field was random in that it would emit randomly from the center point of like the little capture field.
So that's kind of like if you grab bullets in this and don't move. And
then in or if and then in double action, what happens is it now fires in a like 25-degree cone opposite the direction that you are.
Okay. So it's
at the time.
Much more
the difference between but the major difference is it's wild. Like the release is not. It's more spread out. So if you have a full charge in Blue Revolver and then you release, the time between when it starts releasing the bullets and when it finishes is probably 6 frames. In this game, it's probably 15 frames. So what you do in Blue Revolver is you charge it up, you release, and then after releasing, do the aiming. So you want it to fire to the top left, you charge up, you release, and then after releasing, you hold down and right, and then it shoots in the opposite direction, which is up and left. In Mars Matrix, in Mars Matrix, it's you do the motion immediately before release. Because then it builds up. At least that direction becomes static and it fires it out. And I found that out. I mean, by feel, but also I just did like a frame by frame of watching how movement was influencing it, and then and I did the same thing with Blue Revolver and Stasis, because like I had to know how it worked, and so from there it was I kind of like tied it together to like a motion in a fighting game, specifically doing like negative edge inputs where you do the motion and then release the button and it'll do like a certain special move.
And you play on hitbox.
And from there, when I would use the so I could get these super clean, like really tight, like nice directional inputs. And so I would, like, if I needed to do a wide fan charge up, I would do a half circle back or like a half circle to the right or a half circle to the left, and then release, and it would in the whole like of the screen. And if I wanted to do like a fan up into the left, I would do a quarter circle right, and if I wanted a fan up into the right, I would do a quarter circle left. And in the few occasions that I wanted it to shoot backwards, I would do, it's kind of tricky on a hitbox because up is down, so it's like weird to do a quarter circle up and down. I can't even fathom if that makes sense. Like, they're super funky. So like when you're doing that reflect on stage 1, where you reflect that against the asteroids and it belts out a bunch of gold, that those were a very unique kind of like reflect that I needed to practice. But yeah, so there's these slight differences, but it's really just the timing of release and when you do the actual directions of the input, and then from there it was just muscle memory. I used it all over the place.
Yeah, that's wild to me. Like I can't speak on that, but I can speak on GigaWing. This is very different than how it works in GigaWing, and that in GigaWing is very I guess I would say that's digital, whereas this is analog. And that in this game, you can hold the button for just a little bit and get a small reflect, or you can hold for longer and get a bigger reflect, or if you hold it all the way, you actually get a bomb. The difference between all these being how long it takes to recharge. However, in GigaWing, once you hit that reflect, you're committed. Like it's just like you know exactly how long you're going to be invincible for, and you know exactly how long it's going to recharge, which the recharge is a lot faster in GigaWing as well. So it's much more of a kind of like you're in like dodge mode, now you are in reflect mode. Now you're in dodge mode, now you're in reflect mode. And it's kind of like it's to me, while it is a little bit more predictable and a little bit more easy to pick up, it's just not as interesting as in this game. In this game, you at any moment you have so many options of what you do. It is so much more freeform in that if you want to just use a small reflect to cut through some bullets, if you want to grab a big clump and score, or if you just want to say screw it and just clear the screen out with the bomb, which the bomb is not a full screen clear. I found that it's localized to like maybe like half the screen width from your ship. And it doesn't do as much damage as a full reflect either, but it is useful in clearing out like Zako around you, which I use the bomb quite a bit. But it's just such an open-ended game.
Oh, sorry.
That
I feel like. Oh, sorry.
No, you go ahead. I'm just rambling.
I think it's more. It's almost like beat 'em up-y, where you start to use the bullets as like a resource, and you pick like if you get like surrounded in a beat 'em up, you know you're going to sacrifice a little bit of health. Using like your super joy attack, and you spin around, knock everybody down. And it really reminded me of that, except you're not giving up health, you're just giving up like your timer for a little bit. But you would see like this oncoming cluster, and you're like, I'm not going to be able to dodge this, so I need to sacrifice some of my potential like invulnerability time to set up my charge, move through it. And if you really want to optimize, then you also do like a little maneuver and aim that reflected shot towards something else that's coming. But that's like a really level decision. But it's the same as like beat 'em ups, where you're like, oh, I can knock down a bunch of people, or maybe I very briefly move into one of these guys, throw them behind me to get some screen control, and then I do my little invincibility spin or something like that. So there's so much like thinking and management of the screen, more so than other shmups. It's so cool.
And the other thing I guess we should touch on is the scoring / experience system. There is one extend in this game. However, if you're using the reflect, you're going to get the extend. Like the one extend is pretty free. There's also a stage extend, which is also free from as far as I know. Like I think you just kill the mid boss and it gives it to you. But The main thing, though, is the experience system, which this game runs off of medals and chaining, which I do a decent bit. And that basically every time you get a gold, it counts for 1 gold. You get 2 gold, and that one counts as 2. So now that you have 3 gold. Then you get another one, and it's like, what is that, exponential or something like that? Logarithmic? I don't know my terms, but it builds up.
Factorial.
So yeah, something like that. But if you can keep that chain going, it goes up at a very, very high rate. And then I think it's like 5,000 is gives you shot level 2, and it's like 20,000 is shot level 3. And then it goes up to a huge amount to where the 7 is like 1.4 million or something like that. And I don't even know what the 8th is. I didn't get the 8th level. But basically, in a regular play, as long as you get up to like level 5 or 6, you're fine. So it's really not even necessary to do that. But I don't generally like chaining systems. I could not help but try to get links to just make number go up in this game. I didn't do an actual like this game can be counter stopped. Like if you really sit down and play it, like and learn it and learn the chains and memo it, you can counter stop this game without too much trouble. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but it's something that can be done. So at that point, I guess people then go for the experience number. But it's just getting that link and then getting like your 500, 600 multiplier to where everything is just making your experience number go crazy is just like the best feeling. And I generally don't even like that. I don't know what it is about the game. I guess it's like the big shiny gold blocks. Just want to grab up all that gold.
Dude, yep, that would have been like comment number 3 for me. It was like the visual of scoring it's like maybe gluttonous is the word, where you feel like your mouth is open and you're like running under a waterfall, and you're like, I don't even care that some of these are spilling to the side, like it's just whatever lands in my mouth.
And the thing is, every time you pick up a gold, it resets the timer just a little bit. So there's a couple of sections to where you have to manage the enemy bullets to shoot them across the screen to cause, because every time you reflect a bullet, even if it doesn't kill something, it makes gold. So you need to create chain links using bullets that you've shot to keep that the timer going, so that you can then continue out throughout the stage. And I one time in all of my playtime, I actually got a full chain of stage 1 in one run, and I actually got a full chain of stage 2 one time each. And of course, I died like in the process of doing so, like early on in the stage. No, I couldn't have. No, and that's not entirely true. I didn't get a full chain. I got most of a chain. I got the big fat chain in stage 2. I don't even know.
I think stage 2 has an impossible link.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of spots like that.
There's 2 sections. But
stage 1, I know
stage
you can.
1, stage 1 is like a thesis statement on how to score the game. It's amazingly designed, and like once you, we could sit and talk about it infinitely, but like those red ships that come down and you kill them, you kill one preemptively, and then you fly on top of another one, kill it so that you immediately catch the gold, and then you go catch that other one that you set delayed initially, and it's like, that is unbelievably satisfying.
And then there's also caravan waves. Like you kill enemies fast enough, you get extra waves of enemies, and you get not like bonus waves and stuff like that. And then there's the kettle things. Did you get the little tea kettles? Like I don't even know what the deal with that is. Like I guess you have to leave things alive for a certain amount of time. I don't know, but they're used to like you can use those to chain even more.
Oh, I didn't use them as a score. I just saw them pop up, and I was like, wait, are those straight up tea kettles?
But it's an absolutely insane amount of depth for this game, and it's sub 20 minutes. It is a game that moves. It does not waste your time.
I think it's so funny, if you listen to the OST for stage 5, they include the boss theme in the OST, like for that stage. It's not separated, and it's perfectly timed out. After 50 seconds of song, the boss theme starts.
Oh, that's awesome.
When you're fighting the train. Because I was listening to it while I was walking around with my dog before this. And like, I just knew, like, I didn't realize, I was like, man, this game is like tight and snappy, just because like 50 seconds is a stage.
Dude, and the motifs too, and I don't know if you saw this, but the stage 5 theme is the same motif as the opening title screen. And I know this because I would like rage reset at the stage 5 boss, and it'd go back to the title screen and be like, whoa, it's like the same song. They
knew.
Yeah, it's awesome. But yeah, okay, I think that's a pretty good intro. I think it's time we can go ahead and jump into the replays. We'll be watching.
Quick pause. I'm gonna grab a sipper.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna do a cut here before this, but
for sure.
But yeah, I'm going to. Well, we have not watched each other's replays, so we're going to do a reaction on that, and then after that, I think we'll get into a little bit more of an in-depth breakdown. So we will get that going here in just a second. All right, so now what we have here is both of our replays. Germinator on the left, I am on the right. Germinator's video will be a slightly bit lower quality because I had to rip his YouTube, but it's all fine. You'll be able to. It's minute in difference. We'll have the sound from mine, but I should have it pretty low enough so it shouldn't be distracting. But I've only seen the very briefest snips from his when I was cutting these two together, and he hasn't seen mine at all. All right, you ready? Go ahead and get us started.
Nice.
Okay. And like you were saying, immediately we go in opposite directions. But yeah, I got addicted to stage 1 chaining, and you can I'm already almost dying. You're taking the
wow.
Yeah. But like you were saying, it's so easy to die just immediately on that first set. See, that's interesting. We both got that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you see, you got 4 of the big things there. Oh, and okay, and you reflected off the things. I actually figured out that you could. Yeah, we're like almost perfectly in sync here. Oh, dang, you got that part right there. You got yourself a solid chain going. Oh, you kept your chain going longer than I did. Look at you.
Oh yeah.
See, I got to a point where I was like, I can't reset on this anymore. Like, I wanted this full stage 1 chain, but I had to just get runs going. See, and then yeah, you dropped yours. It's really hard to keep a run going, chain going on that section. This part too.
Well, the thing is, this is my first run of the day.
Oh,
like
wow,
this is coming off of like a day of just like just splatting relentlessly. And then I just hopped in first run clear, and that's my.
Wow. Okay, that's a solid. You beat my score, but I had slightly more experience. So that's interesting.
And how,
I don't understand quite how the scoring versus the experience works.
I'm not going to pretend that those numbers mean anything to me.
Yeah, I know. I don't. I didn't. It wasn't a goal of mine in this. Okay, so you actually killed yours a little bit faster than mine. And I had to edit these because you sped through the menus. So I let mine go. I had to take a breather.
That'll probably be a theme. I went for a speed kill on every single boss in this.
Yeah. No, even like in the end of stage menus, you weren't waiting around. You were ready to go.
So this section at the start of stage 2 is crazy because like it is so enticing to try to make the most use out of those. Yeah, I think mine pop up. But it's so enticing to make use out of those first like those ships that initially come down right at the start of the stage because they drop the massive gold.
Oh yeah. Because the bigger golds,
and those will just your run going for those.
I got so fed up with this part of the game. Okay, yeah. So you bombed there too. Like I died on this part way too much. Because I mean we're like what, a minute and a half into the game, 2 minutes into the game, and 3 minutes, and it's already this dense. Like, doesn't waste your time. Oh, so you went for reflex here. I got so sick of this that I just started bombing everything in this first half of the stage.
But I think you can see here, like, look at how I reflect, like, and how I aim and shoot them back. Like, I think that's probably the biggest difference.
Yeah, see, I'm not.
I really do use it.
Now, I did go for chaining here. I actually put a decent bit into that, so I managed to get this full chain once. You're playing it a little bit more safe, which this is why I died here way too much. Yeah, I still lost my chain, so it didn't even end up mattering.
Mm-hmm.
These spiders are...
You could... weirdly... these big pillars that you can shoot and blow up, you can use to block bullets.
Really?
Which I didn't start using until yeah. If we run it back later, I can show you. You can use them
you got
to
the caravan waves here.
Fighters.
Yeah, this is the fun. If you don't get these waves if you don't destroy the 3 tanks in that previous section quick enough.
And I think it's just because I was bombing there. Like I would bomb right at the top, and so I'd get those 3.
I'm curious about how you handled this one. I went for okay, so you actually went for a fight. I stole Paco's strat here. Oh wow, okay, your strategy works even better. Oh no, so you don't kill it right away. You got to do some dodging. If you let that first section time out,
see it normally dies. It normally
okay. That's funny. We still ended up killing it at about the same amount of time.
Guys, there. I must have let off a second too early.
It happens. It started happening to me in a couple of the bosses.
You'll see. There's a little bit of a butt clencher on the TLB. Oh yeah, with him flying up on the. I love this little reflect right here.
The tanks in this opening killed me way too many times too. So I would reflect and then one of them would just point blank me. This is a pretty.
But you can go. You can go horizontally on top of them, and that like delayed ceiling that you'll never get shot. So you need to fly right on top of them and just go horizontally.
I wouldn't do that. I would like
right.
Fly downward and then just die.
This section right here is visually like the most. You would think it's probably the hardest part of the game, but you can totally dodge by feel.
So it's
crazy.
You didn't even bomb there, did you? No, you did a reflect. Yeah, I was bombing because I was scared, so I did a small reflect there. And then I was dead set on getting the milk. Like that was I got one really good run where I didn't get the milk and I just lost all motivation and just died. Okay, see, I started a little. Yeah, it's very easy to mess up. I got the perfect setup on mine in that I got the early bomb and then I managed to sit.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I got the fat milk, and you can see that right there is the difference in our score and why our scores ended up differently, because that if you're not like playing the game for score, that's where the great majority of your experience is going to come from. See, like I wasn't even like before this, it really wasn't even that much of a difference in the score, and there probably won't be that much of a difference in the rest of the game either. It's just that I got that perfect setup for that milk, and it is not easy to do. Like you will die doing that. Okay, so I was wondering if you
because you're getting a proper like you get shot at from literally every direction at that point.
Yeah. Neither of us have died.
In the game, like, and I think this might be a theme with Takumi shmups, is at least from what I've seen, like Giga Wing and stuff, is they create like corridors with the
they definitely
draw lines across the screen.
100% do. I think because of the slowdown of my milk, you got ahead of me. See, you're crazy not blowing up those side things. Like you started the boss before me, but I'm ahead of you. Yeah, you said, yeah. Let's see. It still ended up the same. We'll break these down a little bit more. We can do the playback. Here's the hell stage. This was your nightmare, wasn't it?
Not even the whole stage. I love the stage itself. It was stage 4 boss. I would just throw away runs.
Oh, like, the boss. Okay, I didn't have too much trouble with the boss. It was the stage part. The stupid enemies up here that you were handling. They like got inside my head and just would kill me constantly. You will see coming up here in just a second, I have a completely illegal dodge, which ends up being a karmic dodge. Let's see, right there. Oh yeah, okay. I'm not going to pause it, but look, you watch on my screen what I do here in the corner. Oh yeah.
Oh no, that's not allowed.
Well, that's fine. That's a karmic dodge. I will pay for my sins later. That should have been a death. Like, I died in that exact manner, I don't know how many times. Just because those bullets come out, they accelerate. So they I don't know, something about them is weird, and they catch me just about every time.
This section really benefits from being able to aim your reflects, because you can go to the left side of the screen and aim your reflects to handle the ships that fly down on the right, and vice versa.
There's the free one up. Yeah, I'm curious how you did this. Okay.
You'll see the tap dodging fails me. I have to freestyle.
Yeah,
in the
your
middle here.
your taps are too big.
The ships that...
Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
And you see that? See that little?
I don't even know. Oh god, I lost you. See, I'm just tippy tapping. Like Oh god, you're going all over the place. Okay. Oh my god.
Honestly, 100% consistent, that strategy.
Really? Now watch what happens on my screen here.
The around the world after the bomb.
Check this out.
Oh!
Just flew straight into the slowest bullet. Oh god, and you start on the opposite side. Yeah, no, I kind of in my head, I'm like, I shouldn't have gotten that dodge. I deserved to die, and like I knew there was a death coming, and I don't know what happened. I was just lost track of where I was, I guess. That's a really fun section though. But it's what you did there was crazy.
I mean, you're really gonna like the stage 5 boss or the stage 4 boss here, man.
Oh my god, no, mine was clean. That's so funny how we go the opposite way almost every time.
Look at it.
Oh, and I do love how the ship changes its form every time you level up.
It's such a nice touch. Stopped destroying the flak on the sides and just started aiming right middle guy. Like I didn't want to get all the little bits and pieces of the ship that I could get this right.
Whoa,
and I
okay.
it up.
That was a... Oh, no, you did die there. You died there. I was wondering what happened. Actually, I'm going to go back for a second. I missed what happened. Okay, so you went up and you flew into... Okay, yeah, you got a little bit out of sync there. Yeah, this is a little bit of a tight section. I got it pretty down, just doing it the same way every time.
I definitely learned this proper the day before I got the clear, but like just that I undodged, you know.
Yeah, no, I mean you saw what I did not even 30 seconds before. Like that was it just happens. There's so much going on in this game that it's.
And then I would do a hard on like the amount of time that I was shooting at the center section, then I would go up and do the reflect for the pop.
So yeah, I just waited till it started.
And then you get the gold fountain.
Big coin wave. Rocking out here.
Yeah, you gotta. Bum, 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 bum.
Let's see. Okay, so you actually went for reflex. I didn't even want to do that. Was that 2 reflex? I just bombed it.
Bro.
3? Oh my god. Nah, you can keep that. See, and then I would just bomb here and then set in the middle. Oh, you're going for it on this thing. This is a pretty interesting pattern, and it's a lot more crazy. Oh wow, you killed it really fast.
Have fun. I didn't even see that pattern.
Yeah, I mean, it was consistent for me in that I would do 1 bomb at the beginning, 1 bomb at the end to set myself in a stable position, and then just tap like 4 times in one direction and then once in the other. Switch. That was all I needed.
That boss, like the actual like final section there, that for me, free. I could hit that 9 times out of 10.
Nah, I died there more than a couple times. Dude, this stage is creepy. The music and the weird orb.
Dude.
This is a weird stage. Like when it's called like Into Darkness or Forbidden Fruit or something like that.
The ceiling will kill you.
Oh yeah, the balls. If you leave them alive for too long too, they shoot at you, which I didn't realize at first. Like.
And there's no low point on the screen where they'll stop.
Yeah.
From all the way back left, they'll shoot one out at you.
And these cancel enemies are just awesome. Like it's so much fun.
This is the juice. This is top tier juice.
Oh god, you almost died there. But no, it's like you're always a second from dying, but then hitting those red enemies just clears all the bullets out. Really,
it's like in Mushi Stage 5 where you're just aiming for the toilets.
Yeah.
And as long as you are making decisions that get you in that direction, will get your way through the stage. It's the same thing here, where it's like as long as you're making decisions that put you towards. Wow, the bitrate just got crushed for me.
Yeah, you're having to watch the Discord thing, so it's probably a little rough. There's a lot going on here. It'll be nice and clean on the recording. And these turrets where you have to destroy them twice. That's a really interesting design. Just a really
another game that
well-designed
does that
stage.
is Alpha. Alpha Mission 2 does this a lot, where it'll have stage hazards that you have to kill twice. But if you kill them twice, you get like power-ups and stuff.
Yeah, for such a hectic stage, it's really like legible and like it's kind of like apparent what you need to be doing. Interesting. The slowdown throws things
I
off a little bit.
I think there's really, oh man, great boss here too. I think there's really only maybe 2 sections in the game that are so muddy you can't screen read them, and I think one of them being right at the end.
See, I never had trouble with this boss. I know you said you were having some problems.
I had it.
I almost died there though. Okay, so you use a reflect.
But you know what
on
it was?
this one.
It was on the final pattern. It was on the final.
Yeah,
section.
I started getting a little sketchy.
It was on the
that
final
last
section. Ooh. But the reason was because I wasn't leveling up enough. So once I added in the milk, I was getting higher levels. It was easier to manage because you need your rapid shot to knock out the destroyable projectiles.
Yeah, you use the safe.
Oh, I even styled a little bit, and I moved backwards with it.
You caught up to me.
You'll like my setup for this pack.
You went straight into it.
Because during your invul frames, if you're holding the stinger, you can destroy the entire emitter of those green bullets.
Oh,
you actually don't need to dodge them as you move backwards.
Awesome. Yeah, and for that boss, if your shot can destroy the green, so you kind of like what I was doing was like a little back and forth thing, but you just blew it all up.
And this is the make or break. I think this is the coolest stage in the game.
I can only imagine how much score there is to be had if you're actually like properly scoring the stage, because you'll see what we do here is I
got a little snug there.
Yeah. See, we're
both on pace with each other.
You're on See, I use up the whole screen. Okay, so you took out the right turret first and then blew it up, and then oh, interesting. See, I had a lot slower, more methodical way, and that I'm eating up the screen. I'm using every single bit of screen real estate available to me, whereas you're using the reflex a lot more aggressively.
Yep. So my thought was, and we were talking about this when we were trying to when we were both going for the clear. I try to be on the left 10% and the right 10% of the screen.
See, I went all the way
that
up
would kind of put me in the
and yet that was my next death. I just tapped straight into a bullet.
That would put me in the decision space to like get walled out.
Oh god.
Oh yeah, that's a rough one. But the thing is, if you're really like aggressive with reflex in this stage,
oh god,
you can't. I mean, you can fight back just as hard.
See, you make a lot more use of the small reflex. That scares me because I feel like I have a harder time tracking when it's going to be back up. See, oh, you didn't even bomb those. Yeah, you're making a lot more intelligent use of reflex, where I'm just using it like a hammer.
Well, yeah, well, that's what makes the game so fucking cool. Is you can use it as a save my ass button, or you can use it as a you're like, this is what I want to kill button. Yeah, it's so cool.
All right, here we go. Oh, perfectly synced up. Oh, you did go for the little cheeky quick reflect. Dude, that's too much dodging for me.
I sneak in 2 actually. I sneak in a couple.
All right, and then cross the thing. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, you got another one there.
Yep.
So you actually saved my
Plenty
runs
of time to recharge
with this big reflect here. Oh god, what did you do?
I didn't hold it long enough.
I see that. Oh, and you still managed to kill it without dying. Yeah, I would have died there. I see. Oh my god, so you're playing. I got 2 lives already.
Whoa,
I'm
okay,
good.
But the thing, I wanted to make sure that I had enough timer left on the reflect to pull off this final section. This is pure choreography.
Oh yeah, no. Once you're here, you kind of know what it is. Like, you got to spot the pink gaps, and you should be right where you need to be. Yeah. I'm into the final. Thank God the TLB is free. Although, with the pace that we're on, we would have been able to take it out anyway.
What a kid.
Usually, the TLBs in these Takumi games are hard. Like, really hard. Okay, so no. Yeah, just bombed it and took it out. Man, that is a tight game.
What was it? It was like 19 minutes and 20 seconds.
18 minutes and 57 seconds. Oh, that's with cutting out some things.
That's nothing.
Yeah, that's
okay,
like,
okay.
But yeah, like, oh god. Really, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's. I still think it's funny how we had like synchronized in some sections, and like, I really feel like if I hadn't gotten the milk, our scores would have probably been like nearly identical too. So, all right. So here, I guess
the only like major differences were like the timing on like the actual like boss takedowns.
Yep. All right, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna. All right, we're gonna go through again. Break down some of the more tight sections. I don't know. There's really not a ton to say about this first stage, other than these little bullets. Oh, let me pull up my annotator. Like these little bullets are triples, so oh wow, I'm all over the place. It's gonna be a little bit messy, but that's fine. And that you actually get a lot more reflex than you think you would. Oh, let's see.
So I mean, I'll take the time to add in a couple comments on.
Yeah, keep going ahead. I'm just gonna be
this section
of the video.
So when
I only got 2 of the roundy things, and you got 4. Why that is?
Oh, because if you're all the way at the top of the screen, like you were, they're not spawning as fast.
Really? So you have to be lower?
At least that's what I was able to notice. I was back just a little ways. You can tell. Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. There's a lot going on in this early section with the waves of spawn and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, and then pulling the bullets back. It took me a while to figure out on delaying picking up the gold on those early.
It really, I mean, you could simultaneously say a buttload about this, and you could also say like, oh, just watch and learn. But like, the whole idea of the stage is like, are you linking or are you quick killing everything so that you have a shower of gold to dive back into?
These little gray enemies. I just realized the annotator's not going to capture on my thing. That's fine. I'm not worried about that. These little gray enemies in the middle here on my screen, those things do not seal, and they will kill you. I think, I actually do a reflect here because I'm so scared of getting killed by these things. And I think I actually ended up grabbing a bullet. That's one thing to definitely be aware of when going through this stage. And you can also link this part with the tower with the enemies. I think I actually do it here. Yeah, with these enemies, if you get them quick enough. That's the link for that part.
I was so scared to go that high up just because I feel like I'd get clipped.
Nah, they actually shoot pretty
because they kind of like emit bullets as. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then that's just pretty easy.
Oh man, I love this. I love this grab and spray. This is such a fun one.
Yeah, it's actually a little bit hard. You have to go about it a certain way, or that's one thing about this game that kind of took me a while to wrap my head around is keeping the chain going while you're reflecting. You have to have some gold on the screen before you start reflecting, or while you're reflecting, you're going to lose your chain. That was a little bit of a mind bender for me, but I started to get that. And there's really not much to say about this boss. You can milk it. There's all kinds of things you can do, but I mean, otherwise you just kind of blow it up. You had something?
Yeah, it's a quick kill.
Yeah.
No. I was just gonna say I remember seeing a video where people are like blowing the wings off it and everything.
Yeah, and you like get different patterns and stuff like that. I did that once or twice, but I got to the point where I was like, okay, I'm either going to be going for like a little bit of score or like an insane amount of score that's going to take another month to clear this game. Like I've got to choose my battles.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not going to try and optimize every single thing. It's like you said, we're not the best to play it, but we have in fact played it.
Mm-hmm. That was when I was writing the description for it. I was just like, what's gonna be the most concise way to say?
Yeah,
I feel nice, but I could have done better.
Yeah, I mean that's basically it. This game really pushes you to do even more. This is I think it's in this early part right here you have to, if you're gonna try and link that, like even in the Super Play videos, they didn't link this. Like they let the chain drop here. Like I just don't think that there's enough gold worth it to put in the, like I'm sure it can probably be done, but it's just not worth it. Like there's more lucrative juicy sections.
Yeah, and that's another thing is like you can really, if you're grabbing every nickel and dime, there's so many spots to optimize, but really there's like key sections to aim for. I don't remember what guide I read because I read everything I can about a game too.
Yeah, you found that little ASCII thing about the hitboxes. Like I don't know what
that thing was the best, man. But in that same guide, I should have sent it to you. In that same guide, there's a section. The person who made that guide never could get past stage 4 on a single credit.
Oh,
until the guide stopped stage 4.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, that's great. This right here is where the juice starts for stage 2. You get a big, see, like I got on top there. That's immediately 130. I think you shot to the side. So you still got a good bit of juice, but see, for that opening here, I goes at 309, you're 229, because I sat directly on top of the emitter and like kind of swirled.
I did that one horizontal so that I would get, because you do get the extra gold from breaking those towers on the right, so I wanted to get the bullets as well, the reflected bullets, to also give me some gold there.
And the trick for this one is you need to keep, obviously, the little double blocks give you a little bit more, but you have to pre-prep some bullets to chain, like, see, I almost had it. I was just about to get that link there. But the problem is, even if you do get the link there, it's really hard to keep it going to the spider section. And I died many a time.
Okay. So take a quick peek, if you can run it back just a tiny bit. Look at these towers. Once you blow them up, they remove bullets. Like, they will block bullets for you.
These right here, with the red things?
Yeah, so where they're like emitting the little like...
Okay.
So you can use them for cover.
That's crazy. I don't know that I've ever seen something like that in a game like this. That's wild. But regardless, even if you don't get a chain, you can get a whole lot of here. But the thing is, if you do get
this section's so great. God, I love it.
If you do get the link from that second half of the stage to here, it's like an insane amount of juice. Now, I actually did get a really big cancel on this boss one time. There's a, like, if depending, that's another thing about these bosses. You're seeing maybe like 25% of what these bosses can do in our runs. Like, they have so many different parts and phases that they do depending on what parts you kill and how long you let them stay alive. Like, I did that one time and I let it go to the phase, the phase you're in. You can get 2 big cancels in this phase, I believe, and you just get a whole lot of gold. But I wanted to just get out of the stage. Like, I was getting a decent amount, but
yeah, that was kind of the thing. Oh my goodness, sorry.
You're good. Okay, so you got...
Go on, buddy. So, I mean, that was... The thing for me was I was always... I wanted every fight to be over as quickly as possible. And I would be willing to do much riskier things to make that happen because I didn't want... I just wanted it to be over.
Yeah. So you did actually end up killing it 3 seconds faster than mine. So you were shooting it that whole time. See, I was going for a slightly slower but a little bit safer, in that all I have to do is one initial reflect, and then as soon as I see the big waves of bullets, I do another big reflect and it's dead. So I'm essentially doing nothing on this boss, even though it takes a slight bit longer.
And I'd love to see how it actually plays out, because like I don't know how destroying sections affects the overall health of a boss, but I think it has some influence on it. Like if you destroy all the sections, like it does take down the center part faster. God, I love this first reflect too. It's very juicy.
See, what I would do is I would do that, and I would miss one tank, and then I would loop down, and that one tank that I missed would just kill me. And that happened to me a lot. And this is one of those sections. Oh, okay, yeah. That's another thing too. Like what you did there with that little quick reflect. I was never comfortable with the very minuscule amount of iframes you get from a small reflect. I did not trust them. Like I just couldn't mentally keep track of it, because you do get like maybe a second of iframes after you do a reflect.
Oh, the guide I was reading, I think they counted out the frames, and it's like 40 frames.
Yeah, it's a very small amount, and I just couldn't trust it. Yeah, okay, you didn't even bomb it. And that's another thing. If you can chain this stage up until the milk, like it's absurd, absolutely absurd. And I probably should have taken the time to figure that out, just because I would have actually gotten to level 8. Even as much scoring as I did, I didn't get the final level of shot. Like, that's how high it is. They wanted you to play this game. Like, this game was built.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I just so happened to get
it's
that up there.
It's got that grand design feeling. Like, it just feels like every part is so intentional. These long belts are just like quintessential Takumi, right? Like, just like cut off half of the screen.
Kinda. This game feels so much more intently designed than the Giga Wing games. The Giga Wing games really feel like, to me, here's a whole lot of bullets that we're gonna throw at you. Use your shield. Like, it didn't feel like it was driving me in any certain direction. It's like, all right, we're gonna fill up the screen. You know what to do. Now, obviously, all of the Giga Wing games have been defeated and cleared without using a shield. So I mean, it can be done, but I mean, that just because it can be done doesn't mean it should be done. They just felt a lot messier than this game. This game felt like it was designed a lot more tightly.
But it's like if you're going into a section where you have to like dodge because the hitbox is a little chunkier and the bullet speed is so fast, it feels like you're making kind of a suboptimal decision.
Okay, see, I do not like how you're doing this, boss. There's two things that I'm doing here differently. First of all, I'm making sure my stinger hits the claw and the body, because doing that you can get the claw phase done quicker. Also, right there where you are, I would be on the side. Watch how I do it on the side here. Immediately, that whole row of bullets is gone, so I'm dodging less. And then right here, that's actually dangerous. You don't want to go under because they shoot right as soon as they get there. But anyway, I mean, obviously you hand it. Look what you're doing here. They're aimed, so I mean, obviously you can deal with it. But and you get a big reflect, so it's really not that bad. And this section here,
yeah, so that's kind of what I was going for, was a big damage reflect, where I would keep them both alive so that when they sprayed while I was up in the face, I would get a bunch of damage.
But you see,
clearly it didn't take it. So that's kind of why I'm thinking, like, maybe the parts are so important, because I thought it was a really fast takedown, but I guess not.
Well, see, yeah, you actually start a full 2 seconds before, but since I'm focused on the claw here, I end up ending this phase quicker, because it pushes it to that next part. Yeah, see, I'm already there. You're still having to do that. Not that you have to even end up dodging much more, like a couple more bullets. And then that last phase, you're just sitting on top of it. Yeah, I actually got a decent.
Yeah, this
Not
is
that you really had to do anything more different. It's just mine was a little bit more efficient. Going for the parts.
I imagine that's probably the theme with a lot of them. Oh, and here it is. We're back. Back at stage 4.
Yeah.
So my thought with this one was always prioritize the ships as they would come down. So I had them like memoed when and where they were coming down. And then if I had found myself on like an awkward footing, I would grab a reflect and then use that reflect to hit.
Your stinger just tickled that one. Like, that should have been a kill. Both of them were like. I would like to see an actual representation of the hitbox or the hurtbox for that thing. Oh my god! See, you had a little bit of dodge yourself there. I just saw replay. Okay, so you got to reflect there. Okay, not too bad. Not to the egregiousness of what I did. Ron. Yeah, this section's just made for the reflect. I just bombed it because I was tired of getting popped. Where's the hitbox demonstrator? You can just wait them out too.
Oh, I'm so sad I missed that the 3x3 cube. I really wanted that.
Hold on, I want to slow-mo that one dodge that I made, because I want to see exactly how tight it was. Yeah, that's the worst feeling whenever you miss one of the giant bricks. Oh yeah, it's right here. Let's see. We'll do a. I saw the gap, and there. Oh yeah, that's the that's the hitbox right there. Oh man.
Oh man, that's insane.
I had a couple of dodges
do you think you were holding reflect there?
No, I was not. Was I?
Oh, okay.
No, I wasn't. I just went for it. So I had a full reflect, I think. No, and it would have gone off afterwards if I had done that. I actually thought I was going to be a little cheeky here and get because the gold starts off on the left side here, and I thought maybe I'd get the thing, but I wasn't even close to getting a link. Not that it really mattered too much. That's a good grab right here. Okay, so what did happen here with you? Did you just tap too much?
Yep. So I was too scared to have my ship underneath the GHB meter, so I moved forward a little bit.
See, that is one flaw of this game. There have been games before this that whenever you get down there, it moves the UI so you actually can see what you're doing. Because I'm just going off feel here. Like I know what's going to happen. I'm just going to tap. So yeah, you popped up so you can see yourself. That's awesome. And I'm still sitting in the corner at this point.
Mm-hmm. I had to get my head above, and that does me dirty. But the thing is, I could smell that something was like afoot. About midway along my taps, I was like, this doesn't feel right. And so all of a sudden, like my ears pricked up, and that's why I was able to make the dodge.
Yeah, see, you're doing some big taps. Those aren't even taps. Those are jumps. Let's see, I'll let it go. Yeah, see, you're... Oh, and this is another caravan section. Oh my god, and you doubled back into tap section. Okay, so you pulled your reflect up, so that's what happened there. I completely lost. There's nothing to see on my side. I'm literally just very, very slowly tapping my way across the screen. And so you said starting here, this is reliable, or were you just freestyling at this point?
The ship is coming up from the right. You can herd the entire screen, top right to bottom right.
Oh, I see.
Left,
okay, so you get.
And
I see.
And you'll get your reflect by the time you get back.
Yeah, so you just go from corner to corner. Yeah, and I'm scooping up the rows over here. And then, look, what happened to me? Yeah, you're already through it. You're just cruising now, and I should be, but yeah. Oh my god. I guess I saw that one piece of gold. I'm like, I gotta keep my chain going straight into it. Explosion.gif.
The biggest enemy in this game is the little numbers that switch from red to gold when you cross like a certain as you get more. It is so funny we picked the opposite sides. There's literally no rhyme or reason behind either one. It just felt right.
I will say, hold on, let me come back to the end before I lot you. So we're at 9:25. So at the beginning, okay, you will notice. If given the opportunity, I will always go right to left. I will always start on the right side. And this is any shmup that I play. But yeah, anytime, and I guess you're not left-handed, are you? Like,
I am. I'm a lefty.
Oh, yeah. Interesting. I don't know that makes any actual difference. But I do not feel comfortable dodging from right to left. I feel much more comfortable dodging from left to right, like reading or whatever.
Oh no, not
see,
for
even
me.
here, I was talking to Octane about this a while back. I was playing Mushi or something. I was forced to dodge from right to left, and I felt so uncomfortable in this one pattern. Like I feel like I have a blind spot whenever I move in that direction. I can't keep up with this well. Interesting.
I think my left hand ring finger is very sensitive and able to make those tabs.
Okay,
man,
so
I'm still so sad about this one.
So yeah, I was wondering what you were doing here, because I went all the way to the side just because I needed the room, and you went kind of halfway. But then you tried to go back.
What I would do is Yeah. So if you notice, look how much longer you held your reflect, and look how much more charged up my reflect is. I would do 2 small loops.
I see. Okay, but you missed this one bullet here. Yeah. Oh wait, no, was that even? Oh wow, it wasn't even that one. It was the pink one behind you. I wonder if, did you see either of those bullets, or was it just like a lost it?
Oh no, I didn't see that pink one at all.
Okay. Yeah, then you got reset. Like that blue one, I just totally lost track of it. And this part's not too bad. It's got rows that kind of guide you. That's one thing with the patterns are really well designed, and that they kind of guide you where you need to
And they're thematic too. Like there's a lot of similarities to how you dodge this as to how you dodge the final.
Oh yeah, it is basically
in stage 6.
That's really thought about that.
They have this. It's almost 1-to-1 without the, or it's just like they have the aimed little Zako that come flying in.
So you said you did a count here, right? I just basically, as soon as I saw the thing, I would just, all right, I'm close enough, I'll go blow it up. And there actually is a way to kill that, like, back here. In which case, I tried it a couple times. I'm not sure exactly how it works. And I don't, I think you have to, like, kill things in a certain order, or maybe just deal a ton of damage. Because if you do, you get that gold, the golden shower real early. A lot more, but I don't know.
So when I hit the double reflect loop and I landed both of the reflects, it would normally be dead before it started flying up.
Oh,
so that was kind of how I did it. If you land 2, that was like how I timed it. Again, I'm 100% confident in this. This is
so. I basically just bombed it and then dodged and sat there. So nothing really.
I don't know why. I can hit this every time.
So you did one quick reflect. Okay, so you just grabbed the whip. I had to pre-position myself to not get hit by the whip. And see, what I did was I used the bomb to set my position where I wanted to be over here. Because if I'm right here, the bullets are very stable, and I know exactly where I need to be. I'm going to dodge on mine to like 5-6 times, and then I see this little gap, and I will use that, because these pink bullets I think are static. If you can't just infinitely tap over, they will hit you. They'll trap you. So then I cross back through, and then I've got all the room I need. And then I just go through and get out of the pattern, and then just bomb here and it's done, or do a reflect. So, but you, on the other hand,
okay. If notice that, because I did reflect, and then when I do this big loop out into the left and I grab it, I use those iframes to line up where the pink bullets are, and then it's just tap dodging between the blue columns.
I was worried about not so much the iframes as the setup and the bullets clumping up from me moving too much. So that's why I wanted to be in a position before the pattern is set up. But I guess it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, so you don't even get to that last phase. Because, like we said before, the reflects do a lot more damage than the bombs. The bombs are mainly just for screen clear. You don't get a whole lot of damage out of them. And that's even with my level 7 shot over the level 6, which I guess it really doesn't make that much of a difference. Oh, your timer was at 56? Yeah, mine was at 48. So yeah, you killed yours way faster. That's funny. Yeah,
I really like that section.
I don't know that I could do it the way you do. This is a section that I really like. I feel like with just a little bit of effort, I could pull the whole thing. It's so late in the game. It's really hard to justify any kind of risky strats whenever you have a good run going. I mean, obviously, if you're playing for score, the mentality is different, because that is the point of the game. But whenever you're going for the first clear, you have to have your priorities. And I just made myself bomb. Like, I had to start bombing here just because I couldn't mentally think about, do I want to reflect, do I want to do this or that? I don't have that. That's my weakness, and that if I have too many options, I'm going to probably choose the wrong one or not at all. So I would just bomb it. So I could focus on my fundamentals, which I am confident in.
I think that's got to be a big takeaway from Stasis for me, where that is a full tool that's just built into my hand.
Yeah, so you make so much more use of the actual small reflex than I do. I play it more Giga Wing style, which I've cleared all the Giga Wing games, so used to that.
Why can't we reflect like that? We don't know how anymore. Man, it's so good. There's so much gold.
Yeah.
And I think it's a nice reprieve. Especially, I don't know, just because once you're in the process of actually going for the clear stage.
Yeah, this feels like a bonus stage. I think I said that early on.
Yeah,
this feels like a bonus. Obviously you're still dodging, it's kind of crazy, but it's not really all that technical. It's like there's a bunch of bullets, you move around, you kill the cancel enemies. Like, it feels like a bonus stage.
There's no whips and like belts of bullets that you have to maneuver around during the stage.
There is one thing that did get me multiple times. Where is it? Very early on, this first circle orb of orbs enemy that comes in from the top right. I think it's right.
Okay.
Maybe I killed it early. Because if you're in the right position, you don't even see it. But if you it's. I think we both killed it. No, there it is on my screen. Get that first, which I almost died right there. That right there. Okay. See, both of those. I got popped by those multiple times because they're hidden under the score thing. So the bullets just come out. And of course, once I learned that it was there, I didn't have an issue with it. But those popped me a few times.
Even like watching you, I think it's wild to see how long because you know how like when you watch somebody else play, you're like, oh, this is like you kind of almost mentally take over. I'm just like, oh, I would have released the charge there immediately, like seeing how long you hold on to it in so many places where like for me the knee jerk is the quick like parry.
No, see, I have mine basically planned in advance. It's like I know here's a good place, I'm going to use a bomb and clear the screen.
Man, I got tagged by those missiles at the end of this wave one time.
I saw that replay. Dude. Okay, so how did I end up killing it so much faster than you got? Okay, your reflect went a little crazy.
I tried to aim.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times. Now, this wave that I'm on right here, this was when I got depressed using the original version of the game, because on this wave right here, my stinger stopped working. My whenever went on 28 off, and you cannot speed kill it without a full auto earshot. And I mean, obviously, there's ways to handle it like you do. You do a small reflect here, but I wanted to. I wanted that strategy. I wanted to play it like that, and I couldn't do it. And I couldn't do it because of a technical limitation. And so I was like, this made me very depressed. This should have died instantly on mine. Like, see, I got a bad reflect here, in that I shot half of mine backwards. Yeah, I should have let go there, but I guess I don't know. I had a hard time timing it, and then just half of it goes off the bottom, half of it goes off the top, and then I actually had to dodge. I'm like, oh god.
I was very surprised that this one died, because I was waiting for my reflect to do another quick little reflect on that one, and then it died early, and I was like, hey, I'll take it.
Oh yeah, you didn't even do a reflect at all. The position. Okay, that's one thing I didn't understand about the train. In that, is everything, the little doors and the little circle thing on top, is that one piece, or are they individual? That's one thing I never figured out. I think it's all one piece.
Oh, okay. I honestly, just because I was so concerned with just making sure as much of one side was covered, I didn't really take that into account. I imagine the little nub at the top might have its own.
Well, see, no, you're not even hitting the
your
little
whole
knob.
thing. Yeah, and it's all flashing.
Yeah, and you're sitting on the side there, and you kill it really fast. So I guess that's the strat. You just sit on one side, so your stinger is completely overlapping with the thing, and it just dies. Whereas I do that, where am I? I'm positioned in the middle, or a little bit more. See, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know how the frame damage and how it works in that, like, if is every, like, quadrant of the stinger, does it deal damage? Like, somebody would have to really dig into the game to figure out exactly how the damage is dealt in this game. And so I do love the shrapnel that comes off whenever using it, just just shredding the enemies.
And it's a nice touch too, where there's like the damage flash green, there's the feedback of the stinger gray. Yeah, I goofed on that one. I've killed this one super fast before.
See, I lined up with the circles.
Things only flash red when they die.
You lined up with the outside. I lined up with the inside circles. There's something going on with how damage is being dealt to the train, because we have almost the identical movements. It's just you're a little bit
Except, of course, you're favoring the right and I'm favoring the left.
Yeah. But yeah, see, we're both sitting very, very close vertically. And then we both back down at almost the exact same time. But then mine dies right here.
And yours bloops. and I have to do a full.
Yeah, you have to actually get
3, 4.
Oh,
I get.
So you didn't even
4
kill it.
more.
It didn't die on yours.
No.
Or did it? Okay, yeah, it did.
No, it did. Yeah, but it was like after 4 more stingers.
And this part's just fun. I actually wasn't doing a reflect here at first. See, did you do a reflect? No, you didn't. But you died really fast. I did the reflect just to get a little bit extra juice because I didn't need it at the beginning.
I did just the most cocky like move backwards while the column was around it. There was no reason. After I did it, I was like, "What the fuck?
Okay,
what am I doing?"
So I had this one like on lock for like the first 4 or 5 days I played this, and then I just completely lost the ability to do it, and then got scared of it every time afterwards. So you did a reflect, and I'm just tapping. So then we both end up having to tap. Okay, then you do another big reflect. Oh, you bomb it actually. Just dies. I go for another. Okay, so it doesn't end up being too much different. You do kill yours 3 seconds faster than mine, though.
As is tradition. Hold up. Run that back a couple frames, because you made an insane dodge if you actually look at what you move between here.
Oh, did I squeeze
risky.
Between?
Yeah.
Let's see. See, I'm not. I completely ignored the green things. I'm not worried about those.
Look at this.
Oh god, I should have went over. I don't know what I was thinking there. Yeah, I should have went over that set of bullets. I had a couple of those there. I mean, sometimes I'm just feeling the hitbox. Other times I just get lucky. That was probably luck.
I want to call flag on the play. I want to review that one. I wouldn't have got that.
Hey, we didn't have our bad reflect deaths in this. This is actually very clean.
Dude, yeah, 2 lives in the tank for both. Like, oh, at least we go left-right on that one. Oh, look at it, perfectly synced.
You kind of have to with the way that the enemies come out here.
See, and yeah, at this point, you're gonna see our philosophies just be so.
Oh yeah,
different.
see, well, I don't know how I can explain how I feel about you use the reflect as it is intended, as a renewable resource. I use it more as a last resort. Like, you can see how high up I get on the screen before I decide to use it. Because I'm relying on my fundamentals, what I've learned, and like using every single bit of the screen. Like being trained and beaten and slapped around and abused about limited resources and not using things until you have to, which is not the case in this game. Like, that is there to be used. There's no, like, you are rewarded both in damage, clearing enemies, and score for using this thing. You don't even go for, see, yeah, watch how I take care of the turret thing here. Like, I know it's coming up because I can see the little caution thing, so I just creep my way all the way up, and I know once I get up there, I think I sting it a couple times. Yeah, I hit it with that.
Oh, you do the left one first. Okay.
Yeah, and then I actually do a small reflect to get through, and then I tap my way over to it and do a slightly bigger reflect, and then take that one out. See, whereas
yeah, check this. So if you see, I do the tiniest.
You cross back.
Actually.
Oh my god.
Yeah. I split my. Look at how I split it. I split my spread left and right there.
That's crazy. That's too much. That was a little bit. Okay. Now, what you do here, I see you go down, like, you're running from those bullets, and I wonder if you actually saw the gap there, or you just were like, okay, I have to move up at this point.
But if you check if you frame by frame the micro, if you frame by frame like the micro movement I do right before the release there, you'll see that I do a little left-right tap and then release just to confirm that I'm getting some damage on the one to my left, so that when I move over and hit it with the stinger, it dies on the first stinger.
So you grab that, you move up. Oh, and it does do impact damage. Like whenever your cluster around you, I believe that does damage things. It's just like a small amount.
You'll see the tiniest little boop, little back step. And then I make sure that some of the spread hits the dude on the left, and then first stinger.
See, you trust the iframes. I don't trust the iframes. You are living on top of those bullets using what you got. Like, I can't trust that. And you use every iframe that you have. Yeah, nah, that's too sketchy for me. I will move my way. Oh, okay. That was a little mean bullet right there on my side. I don't know actually where that came from, but I apparently saw it. Yeah. See, I didn't even need a reflect to make that cut back. That one too. I'm actively like not wanting to. Now I flew, almost died there. That one actually killed me, but no. I think I died. Yep, okay, that was where I died first. This happens to me in a lot of games. These lingering bullets that are just kind of hanging out on the screen. Like, those are some slow bullets. And that's right where I need to be.
I think in your heart, you thought by your rules, that wasn't, like, that was off screen. You're like, nope, that's an illegal.
It should have been gone by then. Oh, and then you died, like, almost immediately after. Oh, you just got... Did you have a... reflect by then? Let's see what happened. So I think you should have maybe moved up more after that reflect.
Yeah, there's a huge gap, and I chose down and to the left.
Should have cut a little bit more under. But the thing is, you needed to be there to kill this turret that's directly above you. So that's that's probably why you were delaying. Let's see, how did I do it? I was dead, so I just flew up there and killed it. I used my iframes. You more or less did the same thing.
Oh, see, by my standards, this is a bad reflect here because shoot the entire snot rocket off to the bottom left after that death.
I actually do a reflect on that one. I don't do a bomb. Proud of myself. But I was terrified because, oh, okay. I got away with a little bit of murder there. Hold on. I'll check out what you're doing here. I'm trying to see. Yeah. So I go for the reflex. I need to kill that, and they're like, "Oh God, I don't have my baby blanket. I have to get out of here." And I just...
Ooh. That's I don't even. But those little like pepper shots, like those aren't things you're going to be fully aware of in these situations.
Again, like we go in the opposite directions. Yeah, we start off on the opposite sides. Yeah, totally opposite. Because I have to go from left to right. That's really funny. And you just go with the flow. So I actually cross across, so I don't have to go right to left. And you just go with
that's like taking two lefts so you don't have to take a right. Yeah, you're like, I'm not taking a left turn across traffic.
This is how you can tell that I'm slightly pressed at this point, because I need to get into my comfort zone to dodge to my best ability. God, I don't think I ever died in this part, but I was like, I don't want to die here. Because it's not that hard, but it's like you can't rest either. And the first time you get to this little roundy thing, like, it is terrifying, but it's kind of interesting in that these bullet waves, I guess they're aimed, and they're kind of aimed around you. I don't know that I ever died to these, like, enclosing waves. No, I got hit by the aimed waves just because not being quick enough. Okay, so
I think this is probably the worst visibility section.
Oh, no, it's bad. See, I did one big reflect. As soon as it stops spinning, I count like 2 count, and then I do a reflect to grab that, and I almost die, but I know that it's coming. And then I'm shooting it, going across, taking it calm. And this is where I actually lost a run, because I wanted, and as is my way, I'm trying to not use my reflect until the last second, but I need to grab this clump right here. That's the trick. You got to grab that entire clump. And what I was trying to do was what I usually do is I'd get on the enemy and kind of spin to gather up the bullets and then let them go. But I did that one time and shot all of my bullets off the side of the screen. But so all you have to do here is just fly away from the enemy and then let go, and it just dies. Yep. And it's just gone. So you took a little bit crazier.
What happened with mine was, you can tell I knew that I was aiming for that clump, and I didn't get it.
Oh god!
Like I was a bit too early on it, so I had to a bit. I would do this extra one just to make sure that would kill.
Okay, to get a little extra damage
just for funsies.
But yeah, it did stop right in time. Yeah, you started too early,
and then just way too early.
Yeah, the nerves got you.
Then I had to play.
Oh my god! Yeah, then you actually had to play. I never did this without dying. Dang. Okay. So that was pretty clutch.
And you can tell I panicked because how many times did you see me use a bomb? Yeah. You know, like that was me.
My main thing for the second phase over here was not getting killed trying to grab this massive clump of gold. But I had to restrain myself. And then it's just, there's really nothing to it. You can kind of ignore those round bullets. Your shot will destroy them. So you're having to work a little bit more, I think. Maybe not.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for my
yeah, you got a longer recharge. But yeah, those. Oh god, getting that corner. It's really not that bad though. You have a lot of room. There's a lot of space. So that phase, as long as you are aware that it's going to shoot a very fast aim spread and you keep tapping, there's really not a whole lot to worry about. Section.
And you can shoot the donuts. You know.
Yeah.
They're not going to kill you.
Alright, and then for the roses, I believe we handle it the exact same way. Yeah, that first one is free.
Yeah, pretty much identical.
First one's free to see, and then you do it. Yeah, the second one you're just hitting the pink gaps. Yep, and if you can't do it too early, then you'll have to dodge too much. Do it too late, you'll have enough reflect. It's like exactly the same for both of us. And then the final part is free.
Yeah, and I'm really. I had to do a full third rotation here.
Wait, did you ever kill it in two? How many did you?
No.
Okay, yeah.
I did 3.
Okay. I was never able to do it. I don't know that you can do it in 2.
But dude, the TLB stayed alive after my bomb went off.
That's what you were saying.
I freaked out.
Oh yeah, just shot at you a little bit.
And dude,
yeah.
And I know I had enough, but I really wanted to finish 2 lives.
Yeah, and we both did. We both got 2 lives. I wonder why they made the TLB so easy. Because, like, go look at Gigawing or Gigawing 2's TLB. It's absolutely absurd. Like, the TLB for Gigawing 2, like, kind of ruined the game for me because it's such hard memo. Like, it's such a turn from the rest of the game because, and the rest of the games in Gigawing, you can kind of like freeform it a little bit, but the last sets of bosses, you have to have everything planned out or you're gonna die. Like with your bombs and your because you have bombs in those games too, like actual button bombs in addition to your reflect. But I don't know. They just felt a lot. Even with the Reflecto Force, those games did not feel anywhere near as. Oh. Anything else you wanted to cover on this?
I think that's pretty comprehensive. Like I mean, I could sit and talk about all the minutia for 2 hours, you know. But like, really, it's I think if there's one like critical thing. This where you are bombing or doing big reflex, or take my approach, which is like be very, very comfortable with the mini reflects and to use a lot of them. And I think application of like the kit in the game is so much more important than straight memo or like general fundamentals. Like just being really confident with all the different tools will carry you further than anything else.
Yep, that is the thing. Oh, and also get this patch. I will say though, the Dreamcast version is, especially if you have real hardware, Sorry about that. Okay. If you're on the Shmup Junkie Discord, we can you ask around, you'll be able to get this patch, get this version, so you can play it. But for all the people that just want to play this, yes, you can play it on main. You're only going to have one button. It's going to be a lot harder. There's going to be some problems. The next best thing I think would be to play on Dreamcast. Flycast is probably the best emulator for it. It does have the multiple buttons. The sound balance is better. There is a little bit of input delay, but it's tolerable. There's a couple. The main
and there's a lot of
is,
little bells and whistles too.
Oh yeah, no, there's some cool stuff. There's even like an arrange mode. You may want to look into that. Like it like adds more enemies, changes all the waves. Like it's kind of interesting. But the problem with the Dreamcast emulating the Dreamcast version is that there is zero slowdown. Now that may not be too much of a problem in this game. I don't know. I think it would probably make some sections, like especially like the last boss and like the last set of bosses would probably be really hard without slowdown. But it's not going to be, and you're going to have less slowdown. You're going to have a little bit more input delay. Now the ideal would be playing this on an actual Dreamcast. But if you got one laying around, burn a disc on there, play it. But
yeah, ifs and buts are candy and nuts, though.
Yeah,
like, not everybody is.
Yeah, so
living with the Dreamcast.
I would say that probably the most accessible is going to be playing it on Flycast. It is very much a game worth playing. It's deceptively difficult, and that we both started off, and I thought that I was like, I'm going to clear this in just a couple days, but it's like I don't know. I guess it's just so dense, and that it deserves. I basically came to the conclusion that it does deserve the reputation that it has as a hard game. But it's not like an impossible game. It's not like trying to 2-all a DDP or something. It is you take the time, you sit down with it, and you learn the game. It is approachable. It is hard, and you're gonna have some fun, and you're gonna have to have some fundamentals. Tap dodge.
I don't know. Don't try to just out. Yeah, don't just try to outskill it. Like really engage with the system mechanics.
Yeah,
like really steep yourself in them.
I leaned heavily on my many years of experience in getting through this game, and probably made it a lot harder for myself than I needed to. And not using the tools to the best that I could have. Oh, we didn't even talk about the other ship. We both used the Mosquito 2.
Oh.
Yeah,
dude. So I actually booted up one run with it the day before I got my clear. It's garbage potatoes. I would never recommend it.
See, I think if you're fully routing the game, it's probably fine because you already know where you need to be. And that spread shot, whenever you get the spread shot fully powered up, because if you're scoring, you're going to have a level 8 shot. I mean, it is massive. It covers like a third of the screen. So that's
Yeah.
What's really funny to me, though, is on the menu screen, how that one has high mobility versus the Mosquito 2 has low mobility. Like, I don't know
I didn't... Maybe by mobility they meant... What if it's got, like, a smaller hitbox or something?
No,
like,
I think that they mean, like, you know, like with the focus shot, you have more control or something like that. I don't know. I honestly don't know what they were thinking with that, but that's funny.
Yeah, if I had wheels, I'd be a bike.
But yeah, it feels really bad. If you're just playing the game, like, just playing through, stick with the second ship. You don't need the spread shot. It's not going to do you a whole lot of favors versus having the higher speed.
No. The Zaco aren't what ends your run.
No, it's oh, well, yeah.
Play Mars Matrix, though. It's so sick.
Yep, definitely. Don't get scared away by it. It's even if you just die, go through Reflect, gather up a bunch of gold, play around with it. Awesome game. Very much worth the time. And in my opinion, spoilers
Great
for
game
whenever
to
I do
credit feed too, because it carries your score over and does some style where it just adds.
Oh, just adds one.
Yeah. It just keeps adding numbers at the end, so you can see what you would have got had you.
Okay, that's cool.
Splatted.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I was gonna say spoiler alert for whenever I do a tier list on Takumi games. This is very easily their best game. Like, I don't think it's even a contest.
I might give Giga Wing a try. I'm not pressing
like
for it. I had a lot of fun with this one.
I feel like it would be a step back for you. Maybe Giga Wing Generations. Dude, I hated it too. I know that's like a scoring people play that, but I had so many issues with that game. I'll save that rant for another day. Anyway, I think that we're good. We're gonna wrap this up. Yep. Excellent game. Go play it. Get the patch if you can. Hopefully it'll be more accessible in the future. Play the Dreamcast version if not. And I think we're good. So this has been Chinopolis with Germinator, and we are going to not play Mars Matrix because we're done.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's it. I get to say goodbye. Peace.
Yep. See ya.